Hello, Pickles. You're here with Thingamajig's Racing Channel, and we are going to have a look at Racing League, because round five's been postponed till the end of the season, which was Dragon's Trail. We would have been doing Dragon's Trail, but we're not doing Dragon's Trail because the football got in the way. So as a collective, we decided not to race that. So those that wish to could view English community. So here we are for round five. It's at Spa. It's a endurance race, a long one, and we've seen them qualifying for. Well, we haven't. I saw them qualifying for 10 minutes, and the only thing about this is you have to use the hard tyre for at least 2 laps, and you have to qualify on the tyre you're going to start with. But before we get on to round 5, let's have a look at the league from the first 3 rounds up to and ending with brands of hatch. Rob Drums, Vodka Rob's in the chat saying good evening. Well, hello, dude. I know I've started late on this one, so I don't know how it's going to go. I'll be slurring by the end of it. So the League 3 Ultimate Racing League Championship stands as is. In the top, Motorstorm Hero for No Reply Racing on 113 points. Dyson is second for its Dyson's GT. They're on 100 points in the Ferrari. Idle Gaming is third with Zero Flux Racing on 87 points. Hairy Poppins is fourth for Team Hair Razor on 64 points. Captain Slow is fifth for Late Apex on 56 points. Sixth is Rascal Roscoe for Rascal Racing on 56 points. They're joint. Interesting. It's Hoggy 7th for its Dyson GT on 53 points. Thingamajig 8th for Zero Flux Racing on 51 points. Hellraiser is 9th on 43 points, with Flash Mexi in 10th on 42 points. Apex Bloom 11th on 36 points. Vodka Rob is 12th on 35 points. Chuck is 13th on 29 points. Nath is 14th on 26 points. 15th is Dizzy Rip on 15 points. And the Android is 16th on 10 points. J1A9D7E3. That's the league table. Any road. And then I did mention there was some qualifying, wasn't there? So 20 laps we're going to do of the Spa 24-hour track. The only rule is you have to use hard tyres for at least 2 laps, and you have to qualify on the tyre that you are going to start with. So let's have a look at the beautiful grid here. It's a rolling start, and on pole we have Motorstorm Hero, and he qualified on the Racing Soft tyres. Second place goes to Dyson in the Ferrari, also qualifying on the Racing Softs and starting on the Racing Softs. In third place on the grid we have the Mercedes of Idle 4 Gaming, and he's also starting on the Racing Soft tyre. God, that's a weird rolling start, isn't it? It hasn't gone yet, so that's a big gap. So then we have a Flash in fourth. So the Nissans have done very well here. And he is also on the Racing Soft tyres. Looking up to 5th place, we have Chuck in the Toyota. He's also starting on the Racing Softs. Hence, he qualified on the Racing Softs. Then we have It's Hoggy in 6th spot. And again, he qualified on the Racing Soft and starts on the Racing Softs. Just round the corner here, we have Rascal Roscoe in the McLaren. He also qualified and is starting on the Racing Soft tyre in the McLaren, like I said. Then over here, we have Nightbreed in 8th place. He's the devil. And he qualified on the Racing Medium tyres. A change of tactic from the rest of the gang. In 9th place, we have the Citroen of Captain Slow, and he qualified on the Racing Hard tyres. Then back in 10th, we have the other Mercedes of Thingymajig. He is also on the Racing Hard tyres. Then in 11th, we have Vodka Rob in the Lambo. Doesn't look like the Lambos like this track too much. He's also on the Racing Hard tyres with the other Lambo of E. Bloomfield just behind him in 12th, also on the racing hard tyres. And backing them all up is Nath in 13th in the McLaren, and he is on the racing soft tyres. So that was a long grid. It's amazing that many showed up. What would there be in a football match on just before? Reach then. What do? We just start this bad boy, don't we? Let's get ourselves comfortable for 20 laps of Spa-Francorchamps. Let's take our pants off. And the green light is go, go, go. So Motorstorm Hero leads them away, being chased down by the Ferrari of Dyson as they hit Eau Rouge. This is going to be tasty. But Motorstorm looks like he's full of confidence on that first lap, taking it through Eau Rouge. But Dyson does look like he is right up his rear air, and he wants to get action. Action, he says, around the outside. That's a tough pull to make. He's going to try, though. It's a drag race down into the braking zone. The Nissan's got the inside line, and Motorstorm Hero easily keeps that lead from Dyson. But Idol Gaming right there as well on the bumper in the fight. Then we have Chuck, Flash, It's Hoggy, Rascal Roscoe. He's moved up to 6th. It's Hoggy's down to 7th. Oh my. So Rascal Roscoe getting a position on the Ferrari there, with Nightbreed in 8th place at the moment, with Captain Slow in 9th, 10th place for Thingymajig. E. Bloomfield has managed to get Vodka Rob dropping back into 13th. Must have had a bit of an issue on his first lap. Motorstorm Hero, meanwhile, keeping Dyson at bay, and Idol trying to stay with them, but they seem a lot more nimble than the Mercedes. Motorstorm Hero leads with Dyson, then Idol, then Chuck, and Rascal Roscoe is now up to 5th. It's Hoggy. Someone Flash has dropped down into 7th place. Flash has dropped down, and there's a McLaren very wide there. And that's Rascal Roscoe, so a Flash might get that position off of Rascal, with Nightbreed right there in the wake of the Flash. And again, the McLaren looking right over the curbs as Nightbreed goes for a move on Flash. Unbelievable stuff. Is he going to get it pulled off? He's on the outside now. Flash holding line against Nightbreed. A little bang on the doors, which is just a hello in racing terms. Look how tight it is as they come around the corner. Nothing in it. And Flash there, meanwhile, keeps the 7th as Nightbreed goes and breaks into it. And he kicks up some dust. Oh, and I think Nightbreed, that's cruel. Nightbreed getting replaced back to the track. And for the least of anything. So Motorstorm still leads from Dyson, then Idol in 3rd, being caught by the Toyota of Chuck. It's Hoggy is in 5th. This is tight stuff. Rascal Roscoe 6th, with Flash, the other Nissan driver, right behind him. Captain Slow in 8th. Thingymajig in 9th now, with Bloomfield. Nightbreed falling down into 12th, just ahead of Vodka Rob. And he's on those medium tyres. Hopefully they'll go a long time. And he's chasing down a bunch of hard tyre runners. E. Bloomfield being 1, Thingamajig and Captain Slow all on the hard tyre. And we're on lap 2 now, so see how many of them jump into the pits at the end of this lap. And meanwhile, Flash on his softs, chasing down the Rascal, who's also on those softs. They've fallen back from the fight a little bit there. It's Hoggy in 5th. It looks like he's all alone, with Chuck chasing down Idol. He's right on his bumper. This is crazy. Watts, Motorstorm and Dyson duke it out in the front. My good golly gosh, it's tight up here, the top 4. Nothing between all 4 of them. It could go either way. But for the moment, Nissan Motorstorm Hero is holding the line out there. Let's go at the front. Here we go, these two. Championship leaders, Motorstorm Hero with Dyson in 2nd. He would love to grab a hatful of points against the Nissan driver today. He's having a look of the inside, but it's not there. And Motorstorm Hero having it right covered off, all covered off. All exits are covered when Motorstorm Hero is in the room. And Dyson can all but try. Meanwhile, no, Motorstorm's made a mistake and Dyson's nipped one through. And Dyson there picking up on the Motorstorm Hero's mistake. And you don't see him too often. Can Idol also get in there for a little piece of that Nissan and chuck along for the ride as well? They're your top 4. They are a cut above. And then it's Hoggy chasing them down, and Rascal Roscoe under fire from Flash. Flash really on it at the moment. I shouldn't have pulled away from them leaders, I tell you. That was a mistake going into this chicane, wasn't it? So Dyson, he's got it. Oh no, Motorstorm Heroes picked himself up a penalty, and Idol of Gaming is going to just pick that one right up. If he can stay right up the Nissan's red area, he's in for the place. It's quite a way away though, isn't it? The response penalty place. It's around the other side of the track. So Dyson now, he's building up a little gap for himself ahead of the Nissan as he commits all the way flat, all the way through Eau Rouge, and it was sexy. I got a little semi from that. And Motorstorm Hero being chased by Idol. Idol just wants him to pay that penalty so he can break on through into second place and not let the Ferrari get too far ahead. Meanwhile, he has to be aware that Chuck is eager to jump his bones just from behind him, and It's Hoggy is not that far behind with Rascal Roscoe on the case. So racing his thing. Oh, Rascal Roscoe's dropped down behind a Flash. Oh, we missed something there. Let's have a look at the Flash do his thing. So Flash comes up behind Rascal just down the straight. It must have been a better drive out of the corner around the outside for the Nissan driver. Thinks better of it. And Rascal keeps the position, but then on the exit is really bad. He had a really tough exit there, it seems, because Flash just flew by him. So I'm not sure if the gears didn't work properly in Rascal's car, or he had to do a little heavier braking than he would have liked mid-corner to get the car back under control. But yes, Flash gets up a position into 6th, chasing down It's Hoggy in the Ferrari. It's Hoggy's picked up a penalty. Rascal Roscoe then in 7th, being chased by Thingymajig. Thingymajig up 2 positions. How have we lost people? Well, yeah, Nightbreed. Oh, and Captain Slow's pitted. Captain Slow pitted after the 2 laps. Are those softs going to last all the way to the end? I do not have an idea on what the softs are reacting like. Really, they're near the end of the 3rd lap here. And the tyres don't look too bad, do they? Dyson leads from Motorstorm. He's still not paid that penalty yet. It's just around here, I believe, is the... he might be going slow already there. And that's closed Idol up. Idol going for a move up the straight. Idol's got the move up the inside there. Can he keep it? Motorstorm kept his foot in there. It looks like he's still got it just about from Idol. Idol's having another look up the inside, but the chicane is a tricky one. You've got to know what you're doing if you're going to try and poke your nose up the inside there, because it could be a disaster and Idol loses the back end. Oh my word. The Mercedes getting a little excited coming out of the corner, and Chuck then moves up into 3rd in the Toyota to try and set about Motorstorm Hero, with Idol dropping down into 4th spot. And now it's Hoggy. It's Hoggy in 5th place, being caught by Flash, who's bringing Rascal along for the ride. And then there's a huge gap to the hard-tired drivers, with Thingymajig in 8th, just about keeping Bloomfield out of the way. Bloomfield at 33.8 last time around. Thingymajig at 33.4, just enough to keep ahead of Bloomfield at the moment. The Lambo and the Mercedes battling it out. Then we got Vodka Rob, 35 last time around. He's on them racing hard with Nightbreed on the mediums, but he's being caught by Nath, or Nath just keeping track of Nightbreed at the moment. 39.4 from Nightbreed, but we can see he can do 36s. But that cannot be comfortable, having the McLaren sitting right there. Oh, and a small penalty for Nath there, as Nightbreed tries to pull away from the McLaren, but the McLaren on those soft tyres goes for a move up the inside, but no, brakes a little heavier than the Ferrari, and the Ferrari survives another day against the McLaren. Nath there giving it big ball. Get close, son, get in there, give it some. Captain Slow all on his own, but he's on a mission. He's pitted. He's got rid of the hard tyres. He can run the softs now all the way to the end of this race, and that is what I am sure he will do. Will they last, though? That is the question. That Citroen, beautiful car, Can it look after a set of tyres? He's barely scratched them. So, you know, we're already 4 laps in, 16 laps to go. We will keep an eye on Captain Slow's progress with those soft tyres. Dyson, meanwhile, leads and has fastest lap. Everything's going his way this race. It is great. Motorstorm in second, then Chuck in third, with Idle 4 Gaming in 4th place. A little spread now between the top 4, with It's Hoggy dropping a little further back, a 31 last time around. Idle doing a 30. So Idle still has 4th place, 5th place seen off at the moment. Chuck doing a 29 and then a 27. Chuck absolutely slinging it through the corners here, but Motorstorm Heroes just got the fastest lap with a 27.5 with those racing softs. It is a dynamite race up at the front here. The pace is unbelievable. It's Hoggy then, still with Flash and Rascal Roscoe for company. And it's a close battle here for 5th, 6th and 7th. And at the moment, It's Hoggy leads that little battle with a 2:28.8 last time around for the Ferrari driver. Flash managing a 2:28.1. So nearly 7/10 faster. Flash is on the move. And he wants blood. It's Hoggy's blood. He must be getting a toe there, surely. It seems close enough. He's getting purples. There's 1 second or 3rd second. 1 second. Beautiful through that set of corners there from Flash as he hunts himself down a Ferrari. The road dropping away from us to the right as we wrestle the Group 4 car under submission, and then I'm back on them brakes, little touch of the curb, let her run out wide a bit, and then bang that accelerator down, build up as much speed. There's a really fast corner coming up. It's how brave are you taking it into this one? The answer is Flash, pretty brave, accelerating all the way out of the corner, and it looks like It's Hoggy pulling away a little bit at this point of the race. Dyson still leads with Motorstorm Hero in second, Chuck in third, and Idle Gaming in 4th. We're sat on board with Motorstorm Hero's teammate Flash, sat in 6th, chasing down the Ferrari of It's Hoggy and being chased by Rascal Roscoe. It's been a glorious lap from the Nissan drivers so far. We're on lap 5 of 20. And Vodka Rob saying 27s is insane. It was crazy, and look at that. What a drive. The Flash got out of that last corner. It's Hoggy must have had to lift. And that is an overtake on board. Beautiful stuff there from the Flash as he takes it into 5th spot. And It's Hoggy now in 6th and left vulnerable to the Ferrari. It's Hoggy. Everything seems... Oh, Rascal having a look on It's Hoggy, and Rascal Roscoe fancies a piece of the hogs. As they're coming up to Lassoy, he's having a look around. And It's Hoggy trying to make that Ferrari as wide as he possibly can, and Rascal doesn't need it. Around the outside. Unbelievable stuff. What is wrong with the Ferrari? That doesn't seem right. Rascal Roscoe absolutely pulls off a blinder around the outside there of the hairpin. Crazy driving. Unbelievable stuff. Absolutely glorious. And It's Hoggy got mugged off proper there. I've got to say, It's Hoggy, he must have lifted it a little too much, because he mugged you right off. Further back, we've got the hard runners, remember? Thingymajig and, oh my God, Vodka Rob, we've had movement. Bloomfield, Vodka Rob's moved up. Nightbreed's moved back, and Captain Slow's still on his trek from the back to the front. How will he do? But yeah, I'm so sorry, we've missed the Vodka Rob and Bloomfield show. Watching the guys up ahead, and Vodka Rob now, he's really found his feet, and he 33.8 last time around. Thingymajig did a 38.1. He made a huge goof in the Mercedes, and that has given Vodka Rob the taste. Look at they're closing up sixth lap of 20. And how long can Thingymajig last under the pressure of the Rob in the Lambo? The Lambo may not have qualified that well, but now come the race, it is absolutely firing on all 12 of its cylinders. I'd imagine so. It wouldn't be a Lamborghini without 12 cylinders in the back of it, surely. So Vodka Rob giving it big balls at the moment on Thingymajig. Thingymajig has no answer in the Mercedes to the Lambo. And the Vodka Rob having a huge slide on there. I just saw your huge slide on, Vodka. It was great. And Thingymajig then gets a breather from the Lambo driver. Bloomfield, what happened to 44 last time around? That's got to be painful in any car that you're driving. Nathan, he's carrying a small penalty, but he's above Nightbreed at the moment, who is just having an absolute nightmare at the races. Just get those races now and again where it all just does not go right for you. And it looks like that Ferrari driver is having one of those days there, with Captain Slow finally getting some payoff for that early pit stop. And catching up with with Nightbreed. Soft tyres still looking absolutely fabulous, darling. So Captain Slow may be pulling off a blinder here. If he can get those soft tyres, I wouldn't have guessed that they'd last 18 laps. Or 17 laps, should I say. Yeah, no, 18 laps. So we'll still see and keep a track of the progress of the captain of slowness. That really he isn't that slow when it turns out, as it turns out. But Captain Slow then all over the back of the run. Oh, you can't go there, mate. Can't put it there. So Motorstorm Hero's back in the lead. I apologise. Oh my God, and there we're racing. Let's have a look. When did that happen? Did it happen? No, it's just. That's all right then. Sorry. Wow. Hey, I'm on the ball, ain't I? That could have happened a lap ago, and I may not have noticed. So Dyson then. 27.9 his last time around. Motorstorm Hero 27.9 also. Nothing in it between them, but Motorstorm gets a tow, pulls out up in the inside, and there's nothing Dyson can do except for just hope Motorstorm outbreaks himself. And there you go. Does that ever happen? Well, he has made a mistake in this race, so he can now and again. But Motorstorm Hero did the maths there, and he pulled off a move like a professor. You go. Dyson then eating the wake of the Nissan. And all he has to do is wait for another lap, and then he can do something similar with the tow. Chuck at the moment is under mad pressure from Idle. Idle slapping it. He's absolutely on it at the moment of 27.4, and he's giving Chuck a lot of things to think about here. The soft tyres are starting to go though, you can see. And there he goes. Idle wanged it right up the inside there. Bish, bash and bosh. Goodbye, Chuck. Chuck's coming back though. And he can't get any purchase on him, but he might do here. But he's got to be a brave man if he's going to try and sling it in there. And no, Idle at the moment, stand strong, stand proud. The Mercedes driver having his day, getting himself back up into third after losing it so cruelly in the final corner. And car 24 there, absolutely glorious. But Chuck not giving up easily. Dyson at the moment, he's still chasing down that Motorstorm. And these two, it's been an absolute cracking battle throughout the season from these two. They've given us some glorious battles. And again, here at Spa for round 5. Because round 4 is postponed till the end of the season. It's bizarre, I know. It'll look great in the playlist. When I ever do a playlist. So Dyson then chases down the Motorstorm. It's a battle and a half. Idle having to keep Chuck at bay, but he has built up a little gap from the Toyota driver. It could be the tyres, you know, the Toyota looking like it's punishing the tyres a little more than the Mercedes at this point in the race. Then we have Flash. He got himself past It's Hoggy, and he's built himself up a little gap from It's Hoggy, and we've lost someone. Oh yeah, we're down to 12. So I think it was Rascal Roscoe had internet connection problems. So he has vacated. And lap 7 of 20. We've got Thingymajig now moved up to 7th with Vodka Rob taking Thingamajig's position of 8th. But he wants Thingamajig's 7th position now because he's greedy. Not happy. Look, you've got the 8th. You've been chasing the 8th for the last 7 laps. You've got the 8th now. Chill. Sit back a little bit. Relax. But no, you want 7th now, and he does a 32.9, the cheeky little bugger. What did Thingamajig do? 33.4. You are going to get caned by. Someone's just going to come and teach you. You're going to be taught soon. Bloomfield into the pits. He's had enough of those racing cards. He's going on to the softs. Well, softs, yeah, maybe 13 laps. Who knows? Nathan, so far the softs look great, don't they? Lap 8, maybe because it's dark and it's at night time. So Bloomfield then only just getting into the pit lane with Nightbreed, gaining a position there, and Nightbreed's race is one he would rather forget, but he's still ahead of Captain Slow. So Captain Slow, I thought he caught him up. Has he pitted again? 36, 31. He's backed off a little bit as Captain Slow, maybe. Nightbreed into the 32s. Interesting. So Bloomfield's pitted. He's come back out. Motorstorm Hero is under an absolute huge pressure cooker of some pressure. Yeah. It's the only way to describe it. That Dyson is laying out for him. And this is when mistakes are made, when they're driving at the edge whilst fighting. Idle at the moment, maintaining that small gap from Chuck, but one misplaced braking, and it looks like Dyson. Ooh, Dyson having another look. Oh, again coming through the corner formerly known as the bus stop, and Motorstorm Hero staves off Dyson, but Dyson is giving it his all. Idle at the moment in third with Chuck chasing him down. We've got Flash in fifth, doing an absolute super job there. And oh my God, it's Hoggy having a nightmare in the bus stop, but he continues on. He continues on. The show must go on. Huge gap now from Thingymajig on those hard tyres, and Vodka Rob chasing down. Vodka Rob, remember doing that 32.9 last time around. He's on it. He is chasing down Thingymajig, and Thingymajig under immense pressure, and he's had nothing but Lambos up his butt all race so far. And we know he's not great when he's under pressure, is the Mercedes driver, number 2 driver, so you best beware, because that Lambo is raiding. It's raging to overtake. It wants it. It needs it. So again, the laps come in. A 33.1 for Thingymajig, his fastest so far, but Vodka Rob pulling out a 32.8, and it is inevitable. It's not if, it's when this overtaking manoeuvre is going to be made, and I just don't know how long to hang around. Look at him right there, coming up to a Rouge, lap 9 of 20. And these two are staying on the hard tyre when we saw Captain Slow, only do the 2 laps. Oh, Vodka Rob hanging it out, but he's right there now. This has got to be it. This has got to be a done deal for Vodka Rob. Oh, the pain. Vodka Rob picking up a small penalty there from a Rouge as he was ready to do the pounce on Thingymajig, and Thingymajig just tries to keep his cool as Vodka Rob is throwing everything at him. He is schooling the Mercedes driver. I don't want to cut away, but I do feel weird watching something I'm involved in. It's like, oh yeah, we'll all watch you then, shall we? You'll just talk about yourself all the way round. That's why I've stayed on Vodka Rob and tried not to go on. So anyway, the pit stop. So we should look at them. Nath is in 9th place. He hasn't pitted yet. He's still on the sauce. Captain Slow catching him up. He's got past Nightbreed. Nightbreed doing a 44 last time around. It's not going well for Nightbreed. And Bloomfield we saw coming in, putting them softs on, and he has a mountain to climb. We've seen Captain Slow. It's taken a while for him to get back there. We'll have a quick look at Vodka. He's still got that penalty, and think Thingamajig's pulled out a bit of a gap now. Let's go back to the front and see how this is going. Oh, I'll go back, because that was juicy. Dyson then getting a toe down towards Rouge. Does he fancy a late one? But oh, Motorstorm tried to turn in. I don't think he tried to turn in on Dyson. I just think he just tried to turn in. Didn't expect Dyson to come in there. And there was small contact. I assume Dyson's backed off and let Motorstorm go back on. And very gentlemanly from the two of them. The tyres are getting a little tight. Or not on the Nissan. The tyres are not bad on the Nissan so far. Not like the Ferraris. Idle. His tyres are tidy as well, and Chuck, he can't do anything about him. The tyres are starting to go on the Toyota. Oh God, he's overtook him again. What? Can't pull away from you two, can we? So Dyson's gone for it again, up the inside, but Motorstorm hangs it around the outside. This is great racing from this pair of sim racers. Again, Dyson on the inside and Motorstorm just hanging it around. the outside, but Dyson, no, Motorstorm still has it. Unbelievable. Dyson from the Dyson and Motorstorm Hero. Great racing from this pair. Fantastic stuff. And the tyres pretty much worn, and they're still hanging it on the edge, racing to the bitter end for every point that they can get out of this race. And at the moment, Motorstorm Hero looking, I'd say, the pendulum is swinging. Oh, Motorstorm's gone massive off. I was just about to say it's a shoe-in for Motorstorm. I fancied him for the race win, but then he goes and does something like that, and he cursed himself before I got to curse him. Dyson then leads from Idle for Gaming, and then Chuck even getting past Motorstorm. Is it time for a pit stop for Motorstorm? Does he want to be on a set of hard tyres for 10 laps? I doubt it. He's still doing 28s on those softs. Why would he go to something that's going to put him into the 30s? It's Hoggy still in the 29s, and he still sees Flash as a distant memory, and he's hoping the Flash makes a mistake. Flash last time around at 2:29.4, with It's Hoggy doing a 29.5. We saw It's Hoggy making quite a big mistake. Didn't lose too much over it. Motorstorm does come in. He does come in. It was the tyres. This is what he's putting it down to. We're halfway through this race now. It's lap 10 of... No way, it's just flicked onto 11. So we're over halfway in this race now. We're into the second half, officially. And Dyson leads from Idle in second place. Chuck is third. Then we've got Flash up into fourth. It's Hoggy is in fifth. Motorstorm Hero hasn't got to the box yet, with Thingymajig in seventh. Vodka Rob in eighth, still giving it big beans behind Thingymajig. Thingymajig last time around a 33.7 and a 35.2, but I think that was that penalty that Vodka Rob had to pay. And now he has to build his race back up again to get back on the rear end of that Merc. Captain Slow, he's got past them all now. He's just trying to catch up the other two, but there is a big gap. And the question is when are Thingymajig and Vodka Rob pitting? Motorstorm Hero then just being released as Thingymajig goes by. No, doesn't even go up to sixth. That's soft tyre advantage. He's gone for it. Yeah, racing hard, sorry. So Thingymajig not even looking to the soft runners, and that is pretty much it, isn't it? All of them top soft runners have got a big enough gap from the hard tired guys. And even if they pit now, what point would it be? Thingymajig in seventh, Vodka Rob in eighth, Captain Slow in ninth. He's catching those guys at 29.6. The tyres still looking absolutely wonderbar. Nightbreed goes in. He's got to use a hard set of tyres, remember. So he's going in for the hards. Bloomfield's used the hards at the beginning. He's on the softs, and that is a position for E. Bloomfield. Nathan yet to pit. His tyres are looking fabulous as well. It might be 2 laps from the end pit stop for them. So Dyson leads. His tyres are pretty mullered though. Idle Gaming, he's halfway through his tyres. All is good in the Mercedes. Everything is fine. Everyone is calm in the garage. Chuck, oh, his tyres are pretty tough as well. They're pretty mullered. And then we've got Flash. His tyres are starting to look at the worst end as well. It's Hoggy. He's looking after his Ferrari tyres pretty nicely, it has to be said. And It's Hoggy could continue on for quite some time. He might be going till the last couple. Chuck comes in. He trusts those tyres no more. Idle and Dyson carry on. Oh my gosh, this is exciting. It's a 29.1. from Dyson. Idle a 28.8. He is pushing on. Flash comes in. No, Flash comes by as Chuck is in the pits. He's not even there at his box yet. It's Hoggy is now up and into fourth spot. This is shuffling it all around. And there is Motorstorm Hero. He's got to have beat Chuck out. Oh, sorry, I'm missing some chattered. And Vodka Rob saying it was a good little battle, though it was a cracking battle. You probably overtook me now, and you know, not quite, still building. But we're looking at Motorstorm. He's here now on the final start straight, and it looks like, well, he's got to easily get past Chuck. Chuck was a good sort of 7 odd seconds behind him on track. So, but Chuck now, he's been released. He's on his way out. He's only half filled with fuel. That's fine, I think. That is about right. He's got racing mediums on. He was on the soft, so he's going for a two-stopper. He's going for a two-stopper. He's going to go and use all of the compounds. He only has to use the hards, but Chuck, starting on softs, he's gone to the mediums now, so he still has to do at least 2 laps on the hard set of tyres. Interesting strategy. I think it was a mistake. Get Boosted's in the chat. Hi, Get Boosted. Nice to catch a live stream. Oh, bless you. And Vodka Rob saying, don't show me totally missing the pit entry. Oh, now I've got to. You're going into the pits. So Dyson then, he's being caught by Idle. The tyres are hurting Dyson, I think, more than Idle. Idle has still got plenty in the bag. And Dyson is on the last bit of rubber of those tyres. And it's ready to give up something. And Vodka Rob saying, not yet. He's not got in the pitch yet. Oh, Idle, he's right there. This is a fight for the lead. Meanwhile, Motorstorm in 6th. He's behind Chuck. So staying out just for 1 lap on the soft tyres. That's a big one, isn't it? Unbelievable. Oh, he was behind Chuck, wasn't he? Because he had an off. Sorry, yeah, he was behind Chuck. It's after I get past you. Nice. So Dyson then leads with Idle there. Idle having a look in the Mercedes. Is this going to happen? We've seen the Mercedes leading races before. Could it be in a winning chance? He's got the legs on the Ferrari. He's going for the attack. Idle just putting his nose ahead at the moment. And my word, the Mercedes overtakes the Ferrari. Under braking, they both behave quite nicely. And Idle then up and into the lead. Dyson, what's he going to do? He's going to have to pit, surely. Surely. How far back? Flash. Flash is on the edge of his tyres as well. It's Hoggy has got loads of tyres left. So It's Hoggy could clean up here. He could clean up. If he stays out longer than the others, we saw Motorstorm missed out, staying out 1 lap more. He's miles away from Chuck, isn't he? He didn't fall that far back in the pits. So, unbelievable stuff. Thingymajig then still under pressure from Vodka Rob. Look at this, lap 13 of 20. And Vodka Rob, 31.9. He is absolutely pelted that lap, with Thingymajig doing a 32.5. I know the fuel's coming off, but still a 31.9 on those hard tyres is quite a feat. And Vodka Rob lining up the Mercedes anytime soon. Captain Slow on his voyage to, he's trying to find someone, and he's not going to get the leaders. They're all pitting and they're out way before him. So that earlier stop's not done him any favours. Or maybe he'll catch them up though, because they're on hard tyres, but quite a big gap between himself and them. At the moment, he's concentrating on Vodka Rob and Thingymajig as they race each other. Thingamajig's back end stepping out slightly. Vodka Rob ready to pounce. On board with the Lamborghini. 31.9. We've got Idle Gaming still leading from Dyson. And Dyson's into the pits. Dyson, the ex-leader, 2nd place, into the pits. Oh, and the Lambo doesn't like that corner. It's a couple of times I've seen it sliding through that corner, and I think that's the only thing keeping Thingymajig alive at the moment, is that the Lambo's got a horrible slide on. There again with the big slide on from the Lambo. It doesn't like the long sweeping corners, does it? Doesn't like it at all. Flash moves up into 2nd. He has not pitted, and Hoggy's catching him. Hoggy is catching him. A 29.7 last time around from Hoggy. Flash a 31.5. OMG. It's Hoggy could clean up here. I think if he stays out, he's going to stay out. And Idle, his tyres, oh, Idles aren't as good as It's Hoggy. It's Hoggy could be in with something here. He could be in with a shout. He could leave it right till the end. Dyson then gets off of the pit blocks on his way. Chuck, who has to make another pit stop. That's I think he did make a mistake. I think he said something about sausage fingers at the end. And Vodka Rob in the chat saying, great job with the Merc. Yeah, with the way he got the lead. Fantastic. Motorstorm Hero down in 6th. He's not used to that. He is not used to that at all. He'll be wondering where everyone is. Thingymajig in 7th, still under massive pressure from Vodka Rob. He's done a 32.4. That's how much Vodka Rob's pushing him down the road. He's had to do a 32.4 to try and stay out of the road of the Lamborghini, and the Lamborghini still brings the pressure on. These guys have been at it since, what, lap 6? And Vodka Rob again bringing it to the Mercedes. Idle Gaming leads, Flash in 3rd, Flash in 2nd, it's Hoggy in 3rd, and this is it, is it? Vodka Rob right on the tail, and Thingymajig's messed up. Thingymajig's absolutely lost the corner, and Vodka Rob, a well-deserved, well-earned, and absolute cracking 7th spot. Vodka Rob takes the position finally after all these laps. God, you took your time. And Thingymajig just has to sit and chew on it. Well, if you're not on the edge, then you're not racing. So Thingymajig then in 8th place with Vodka Rob getting that position from him finally, with Motorstorm chasing a 33.2 from the Nissan driver, which, hey, Vodka, that puts our lap times in perspective, doesn't it? Even Motorstorm's struggling with 32s and 33s. He's an alien. Flash, the other Nissan, finally coming into the pits. It's Hoggy. Did he get past him on track? I think he may have done. We may have missed. Oh, I don't know. I'm not going to flick it back because we've only got 5 laps left. Come on. Idle staying out another lap. Is he saving it till lap 18? Is it? They'll have to pit to get the 2 hard tyres in. 2 laps of hard tyres, not 2 hard tyres. They need 4 of them. Oh, it's Hoggy's absolutely slinging it through Eau Rouge, and he's coming up to a back marker right now. I don't know who that'd be. Oh, Nightbreed, who's having the worst race this season for himself. Nate's having the best season he's had so far, best race he's had so far this season, doing an absolutely cracking job. He's going to have to put the hard tyres on, and Nightbreed might be able to jump him when that happens. It's quite a gap. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Bloomfield, at the moment, he may have stayed on the hards too long and then went on to the softs too late. And Captain Slow, Yellers, what for? There's Vodka Rob. There's Thingymajig. Oh, it's Thingymajig had another one. Thingamajig's back ahead of Vodka Rob. Oh, you didn't go into the pits then? Oh, you smashed into the... Oh, I'm sorry. I've heard about it. I've got to see it now. Has it happened? Here we go. So let's see. What happened to Vodka Rob then? Sorry, Vodka. I know you don't want to see it, Rob, but I do.
That's where I missed the pit entry grinning.
There he goes. He goes in. That's beautiful. There's nothing wrong with that. Oops. No. Ouch. I hope you don't enter your wife that way. So Vodka Rob then missing the pit lane. And he's having to go around again, and Thingymajig gets that position back. Doesn't deserve it, but he got it. Flash comes out of the pit lane behind his teammate Motorstorm, but there's nothing in it between the two of them. This is beautiful. So Motorstorm then in 5th, and Flash, his teammate, in 6th, and Nissan 5th and 6th so far. Dyson is in 4th. Chuck is in 3rd, but he's got those medium tyres on. He hasn't used the hards yet. It's Hoggy. Oh, it's Hoggy's picked up some damage. Oh, no. That's not what we need to see. Idle then cracking on. Lap 15 of 20. He's in the 29s, even though his tyres are absolutely abused. Always hated the pit lane here. Yes, that's why I didn't stop. I thought, screw that. I didn't like the pit exit, and I don't like the pit entrance. So I thought, you know what? If I don't have to pit, I won't. It is the slower way though, and you can see those guys on the softs really got a good drive out of it. That would have been fun. So Idle then goes again. Great lap. Goes around again. 29s as well. It's Hoggy going with him, and now I imagine Dyson and Motorstorm probably starting to sweat a little bit. Dyson's got a good old gap from Motorstorm. Motorstorm, oof, not enjoying the hard tyres, although he just got a 29.7. He got a 29.7 out of the hard tyres, but he's all over the shop. Look at him. Jesus, how did he survive that? His car was all over it. So he has managed a 29.7 out of those hard tyres. That is impressive. Has anyone else done any on them? Dyson, he's only done his out laps. And then it'll be this lap. That's going to be early, late 29s as well. Yeah, Jesus, I'm so slow. It's so sad. It's to the 30. Oh well. You can only do what you can do. Idle Gaming at the moment, keeping it nice and steady in the 29s. It's Hoggy. He's kept his tyres absolutely. I want a massage off It's Hoggy because he is the whisperer of tyres. Chuck in third. He'll be having to make a pit stop. And he'll be leaving it, I guess, till lap 18, the end of lap 18 possibly. Dyson just waiting for Idle to make that pit stop so they can resume battling. He's done a 30, Motorstorm Hero. So he did a 34 that last time around. May have done a 29, but man alive, you're on the raggedy edge and you can lose a lot of time. I like to drive safe and sure. Flash then in 6th, Thingymajig in 7th, still yet to pit. Couple of bad laps though recently, a 35 and a 36. Vodka Rob does go into the pits. Vodka Rob, I think, getting forgetful with the rules, not realising you can keep the hards on. It's always good to have hard on. And I like to try and maintain the hard on all the way through the race. So, Vodka Rob, you should have just maintained your hard on. But no, he wanted a change of tyres. And that's put Bloomfield up. Captain Slow. Captain Slow chasing down 29.3. Idle's in. The leader is in. Now the race gets interesting. Keep your eyes peeled. It's Hoggy in 2nd place. Will he pit? There's still 4 laps to go of this race. They don't have to pit yet until lap 18 and the end of. Chuck as well. He'll be waiting till the very end, I imagine. Dyson pushing. His race is far from over, and Idle stayed on those on the softer tyres for at least 3 laps more than him, and doing 29s on the reg. So yeah, Dyson will have lost time on track to Idle Gaming, who is yet to be at his blocks. Chuck then goes through and around on the medium tyres. Here comes Dyson to retake the lead. Goes through the chicane. And Idle, he might have to top up with a bit of fuel as well. Yes, he does. There you go. He's topped up with 25% of fuel. And he's on his way now. And Chuck there. Idle. Dyson. Chuck's taken the lead. Dyson hasn't. Idle's out. Idle always still got to navigate his way through this ridiculous thing. So Idle, Chuck is at the top of a Rouge. Chuck goes through, but it doesn't matter. He's got to pit again. Idle, Dyson. Dyson's too far back. Unbelievable. Idle's done the job. Idle's done the job on track now. Can he maintain a good pace with the hard tyres? As Dyson's got his nicely warmed up a 30 and a 31. And Idle Gaming absolutely pulled a blinder there, staying out longer, getting the lap times in. And he's built himself up a buffer on the Ferrari. Motorstorm Hero even further back from the Dyson. And it's played a blinder there. Chuck will have to pit to get hard tyres. And it looks like we might see a new winner here for round 5 of League 3 of the Ultimate Racing League Sunday evening. The GT, I don't know what they call this one, if it has a name at all. But Idle at the moment chasing down Chuck. Let's have a look rest of the field then. Dyson in 3rd, Motorstorm Hero in 4th. It's Hoggy. He pitted in the midst of all of that, amongst all of that. And he's not too far behind Motorstorm Hero. He's ahead of Flash. He's managed to pull a move on Flash, or was he already? He may have already been ahead of Flash, sorry. Thingamajig in 7th, but hello, look who's coming. Captain Slow. His tyres looking grand. And Thingamajig struggling. Look, no 32s for him anymore. 35, 36, he's off the road again. What is he up to? What an absolute muppet. They don't even look worn, Thingymajig. What's the matter with you? And Captain Slow easily going through and getting that 7th spot away from the Mercedes driver, who for some reason is driving like a tard. Wake up. What's the matter with you? Your tyres aren't even worn, you daft bugger. Get your head sorted. That Bloomfield catching you next. Bloomfield then, he did a 30.8 last time around, and if Thingamajig's going to keep doing these 35s, Bloomfield is going to find himself in 8th place. Vodka Rob pitted. He's got a lot to do now. He's too far behind. I think that pit stop was just way too late for Vodka Rob. And Nightbreed is having a race he'd rather forget. And Nath, he's made the pit stop onto the hards. Man alive, he was absolutely flooring it out of the pit lane, wasn't he? He's not messing about. And now he's got to chase a Nightbreed. Nightbreed not that far up the road, and he's having a bit of a shaky race, so Nate could go and put a little bit of pressure on him and turn this race into a point-scoring bonanza. Chuck at the moment still leads this race, lap 18, so this is the one. If they've not pitted, they're going to have to pit. And Chuck, he's not used the hards, so he will have to put the hards on. Idle gaming at the moment, absolute purring the Mercedes along, grooving with his little Beach Boys on the radio there, loving it. And Vodka Rob saying, I do like a 28.8 though. Ooh, do you now, you clever boy. So Chuck on the mediums. We'll be pitting at the end of this one. Idle in 2nd place. Come on, cameraman, wake up. So Idle in 2nd. Dyson just down the road, wondering what happened, I imagine. Probably thinking he was going to have a good shot at getting ahead of Idle, but Idle stayed out for at least 3 laps, doing 29s, whilst Dyson was in the 30s, 31s, and the gap was presented, and Idle played a blinder. And Vodka Rob in the chat saying, not sure if that was my best. It was lap 18. Oh, it's this lap then. I'll try and get down to you by the time we get there. So Dyson, a lot of work to do down in 3rd. And there goes Chuck at the end of this lap to go in and use those hard tyres. Motorstorm Hero in 4th place. Where is Chuck going to come out? Behind it's Hoggy. It's Flash maybe. Interesting stuff. Oh, Flash is on low fuel. Flash is on low fuel, so he's got 2 laps to go. That's quite... I'd be uncomfortable with that amount of fuel. So Flash, he's going to have to ease up a little bit, I think. He has done a 33 and a 32 lately, but that is the hard tyre. Chuck in the pits then, not quite at his box yet. Motorstorm Hero will round out the podium. It looks like Idle takes over the lead. Cracking stuff. He's giving the flashing to the back marker to let him know, do not slow. Flash is past, but I'm worried about Flash. Do the whole of lap 19 virtually and lap 20, and there's down. So that's not helpful with your fuel. Chuck comes back out ahead of comes up through a rouge and he mugs him off, does he? He does. He mugs him right off, and Chuck then comes out onto the pitch, onto the track, in 7th spot, just ahead of Thingamajig. But Thingamajig at the moment, oh, he's got back into the 32s now. He had a wake up. Oh, hello. Did you remember you were racing, old man? Bloomfield, 29s all the way. Vodka Robert, 28.8. Bish, bash and bosh. The Lamborghini hits the butt. He's done 2 28.8s in a row. Bet you wish he started on those softs, didn't you, Rob? Nightbreed. Bit rusty though, Nightbreed, eh? Been a few weeks since we've raced. I was worried. I made a few mistakes as well, so I'm going to put that down to having the big long gap. And then Nath picking up a penalty as he finds Motorstorm putting a lap on him now. Because Idle's gone. So Captain Slow's on the softs. Chuck is on the hards. Thingymajig will be hoping that his sides are a bit soft so he can, a bit cold. But it is night time, so I don't think it really has that much of effect. There's not much grip when it's dark anyway. Cold. Thingymajig then pushing on Bloomfield. It's not a bad drive, but I just think he pitted a little late for the softs. I think if he'd pitted earlier for the softs, he might have been able to catch Thingymajig and Chuck there. And Vodka Rob in the chat saying, yeah, defo should have started on the softs. Yeah, I kind of wish I'd given the softs a go. They looked fun, didn't they? Wasn't that great driving around with not much grip. Oh, Chuck doing the same thing as Nightbreed did. We bookended. Oh, look at him flaming it up in the middle of the corner there. Thingymajig comes through to start lap 20, final lap, and Thingymajig getting 7th spot away from the Toyota driver. And the Toyota driver will be driving with a fire in his belly now. Idle Gaming absolutely all deep into his final lap. Dyson is nowhere near, well, he is. He's not that far away, but I think there's a lapped car between them. I don't know what lap car it is. It's not Dyson. There you go, there's Dyson. So, tough one. Motorstorm Hero in 3rd. He's a mile away from those guys. Flash, Flash has got it from It's Hoggy, isn't it? It's Hoggy did a 40 last time around, a 240. Flash, absolutely, he's on no fuel. Great stuff. It's Hoggy and Flash fighting right at the end. Captain Slow in 6th, Thingymajig in 7th, but Chuck has got other things to say about that. Chuck has had an absolute horrific race with pit stop dilemmas, and he does not want to finish behind the Merc driver, and he makes small work of the Mercedes. They're beautiful. Oh, they stayed side by side virtually. But Chuck then gets it through. Was that a little bit more grip than Thingymajig? Who knows? Better get back to that leader, because he's got to be... No, he's nowhere near yet. He's all on his own, though. Look at this. It's winning is one thing. Winning alone is another level. And there is Idle 4 Gaming, bringing it through the bus stop for his first win of the season. Taste the champagne. It's Idle 4 Gaming. What a win, what a drive, fantastic stuff. Dyson brings it home for 2nd place with, who was that? Nightbreed coming home in 11th. Then we're looking for Motorstorm. No, there's a few others. No, where the friggin' hell am I? I'm totally lost. There you go, Motorstorm comes across to take a podium. Take a boo, you boogers. Flash in 4th, grabbing that position off of It's Hoggy right there at the end. And Flash finishing in a fine 4th place there. 3rd and 4th for the Nissan drivers. Beautiful stuff. It's Hoggy brings the Ferrari home in 5th. And 6th place is Captain Slow. What a great strategy that turned out to be. Chuck in 7th, finally found his hard tyres, with Thingymajig finishing in 8th. E. Bloomfield still cracking on there for 9th. The 2 Lambos, it just didn't look like it was their day at the track at Spa. Both of them qualifying quite low down on the hard tyres. And they went onto the softs and got some good pace out of it. So, yeah, I think mistakes there by a few of the hard runners there. They could have just got them softs out earlier days. And that's Bloomfield finishing for 9th. And Vodka Rob brings it around to finish in 10th. Oh, we lost Nath. Nath went somewhere. Oh, gutted. That was a shame. In the chat then, Vodka Rob saying, congratulations, Idle. Great driving, yeah. Oh, and yeah, I think he said, yeah, defo should have. But that was when I said about, I wish I'd taken the soft tyres out. So that was that. Cracking stuff. And the Mercedes first win. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful And Idle 4 Gaming now throwing his hat in the ring of this championship. Dyson in second, getting good points on Motorstorm Hero, who was the championship leader. But he does get a point for the fastest lap. But didn't Dyson pole it? No, Motorstorm Hero was on pole as well. So, really, I don't think he's lost any points to Dyson in this race. Flash finishing in fourth in the other Nissan with its Hoggy there. Oh, could have been a fourth there. I don't know what happened, but the Ferrari looked like it was struggling near the end on those hard tyres. Didn't look comfortable on the hard tyres, did it? At all. Captain Slow in sixth. Great strategy there. Pitting 2 laps in. 3 laps? 2 laps in. And absolutely smashing it for the rest of the race on the soft tyre. And making them last. Great stuff. Chuck in seventh. We all remember his woes with the 2 pit stop strategy. Thingymajig in eighth. Bloomfield in ninth. Vodka Rob in 10th. Nightbreed in 11th. And then I suppose Nath in 12th. And Rascal Roscoe in 13th. Thank you very much. Vodka Rob saying great stream. Thank you. It was a bit late, wasn't it? It's time for Betty Buys. So thank you for joining us here for the Ultimate Racing League Tier 3 Round 5. Next up, I believe we've got the Amigos in the Alfa Romeo 155s. And I'm racing Wednesday, so I'll probably bring that to you on Thursday. You can find the Ultimate Racing League on Facebook. Just type them in. They're a huge group. And I would suggest getting yourself in with the gang and getting some racing done. Because as you can see, it's rather fun. And that just leads me to say, Tooroo, peace and love, peace and love.